Welcome to The Tiger King, written by Kalki, a lesson from 12th class English book, Vistas. The story of Tiger King, it is a satire on the pride and stubbornness of those people who are in power. The king of Pratibandhapuram, the Maharaja Sir Jilani Jung Bahadur, was known as Tiger King. At the time of birth, the astrologer declared grimly the prince would die one day. When the astrologer says, the child will grow up to become the warrior of warriors, hero of heroes, champion of champions, but. They bit their lip saying but and swallowed hard. It seems this condition is serious. It matches the situation of some Bollywood films. When compelled to continue, the astrologer came out with it. This is a secret which should not be revealed at all. And yet we are forced to speak out. The child born under this star will one day have to meet its death. The repeated prophecy of such kind add a humorous shade to the situation, for the fact that everyone who is born had to die one day. What's great about it if this child dies one day? When he was just 10 days old, he asked an intelligent question to the astrologer, and when he was told that he would be killed by a tiger, he uttered, "Let tigers beware." Means he was not afraid of tigers in that region. No other miracle took place after that. The child grew up like other royal children, drinking white cow's milk, taught by English tutor, looked after by English nanny, and watched English film. As it was the time of British rule, all these things were the things of fashion or trend. As he belonged to the aristocrat family, he also followed the same thing. When he was 20, he was crowned as a king. It was then the prediction of his death by tiger reached his ear. And now how to justify the killing of tiger or any animal? For that, Maharaja knew the old saying, you may kill even a cow in self-defense. So there could be certainly no objection to kill tiger in self-defense. Maharaja started out a tiger hunt. He killed a tiger, and being thrilled, he was told by the astrologer that he can kill 99 tigers, but should be careful about the 100th one. Within 10 years, Maharaja's tiger hunting had resulted into killing of 70 tigers. However, his killing mission came to a sudden standstill because the tiger population became extinct in the forest of Pratibandhapuram. At another time, he was in danger of losing his throne also. How? A high-ranking British officer visited Pratibandhapuram, and he was very fond of hunting tigers. He was fonder being photographed with tiger he had shot. As usual, he wished to hunt tigers in Pratibandhapuram. But the Maharaja was firm to his resolve. He refused permission. He said, I can organize any other hunt. You may go on a boar hunt. You may conduct a mouse hunt. We are ready for a mosquito hunt even. But tiger hunt, that's impossible. So as he prevented a British officer from fulfilling his desire, Maharaja stood in danger of losing his kingdom itself. The British officer's secretary, he sent word to Maharaja through Diwan that Durai himself did not have to kill the tiger. Maharaja could do the actual hunting, and what is important for Durai was to photograph himself holding a gun and standing over the tiger's carcass. But the Maharaja would not agree even to this proposal. If he relented now, what would he do if other British officers turned up for a tiger hunt? The Maharaja and Diwan held deliberations over this issue. As a result, a telegram was dispatched forthwith to a famous British company of jewelers in Calcutta, sent samples of expensive diamond rings of different designs, some 50 designs of 50 rings, they arrived. So to please the British officer's wife, The Maharaja sent 50 diamond rings, expecting that his wife would take one or two, but instead she kept all the rings, and it costed 3 lakh rupees of that time. It was a great amount for a king even. And she said, send the thanks to Maharaja, but the only good thing was the state was secured. In 10 years, he killed 70 tigers and didn't find any in Pratibandapuram now. Maharaja suddenly decided to marry because firstly, he was of a marriageable age, and secondly, he wanted to kill 30 more tigers in his father-in-law's state in order to complete the tally of 100 tigers. For this reason, he wished to marry a girl in royal family of a state with a large tiger population. So he decided to marry a girl from royal state, which had more tigers to complete the target. Text present the humorous state, saying that king had summoned the Diwan. Diwan Sahib, I summoned you here for a different purpose. I have decided to get married. Now the Diwan started to babble even more because of the eccentric things that the king do and eccentric ideas he had. He thought the king want to marry him. So he says, Your Majesty, I have 2 wives already. If I marry you, so king is annoyed. He says, no, don't talk nonsense. Why should I marry you? But I want a tiger. He has not finished. Again, the Diwan interrupted, thinking that he wanted to marry a tiger. He said, Your Majesty, please think over it. Your ancestors have a married to sword. If you like, marry a gun. A tiger king is more than enough for this state. It doesn't need a tiger queen as well. The king gave a loud laughter. He says that I'm not thinking of marrying either a tiger or a gun, but a girl from a rank of human beings. First, you may draw up statistics of tiger population in the different native states. Next, you may investigate if there is a girl I can marry in the royal family of the state with a larger tiger population. So, he decided to marry the girl from the royal state, which had a lot of tigers to complete to his target. Whenever he visited his in-laws, he killed 5 or 6 tigers. So he killed 99 tigers and was fervently anxious to kill the 100th one, but he couldn't find the 100th one. The news about the presence of tiger, it reaches to the king that in nearby village, tiger is there. He pitched his tent with a lot of soldiers, but he couldn't find any, so it was disappointing. Now Diwan was warned of the danger, that certainly he has to arrange the tiger, otherwise king is not going to leave the matter. So he visited People's Park in Madras and he brought a tiger and placed it in the forest and informed the Maharaja. Text says that at the midnight, when the town slept in peace, the Diwan and his aged wife dragged the tiger to the car. And dragged the tiger means how much domesticated, how much afraid the tiger must be, and how much timid and weak the tiger must be that they are pulling it and it is not attacking them. So they dragged the tiger to the car, shoved it into the seat and pushed him to the seat, and the Diwan himself drove the car straight to the forest where Maharaja was hunting. When they reached the forest, the tiger launched its satyagraha and refused to get out of the tiger. First, if the tiger was not ready to enter the car, now he is not ready to leave the car. Doesn't move at all. The Diwan was thoroughly exhausted in the effort to howl the beast out of the car and push it to the ground. And on the following day, the same old tiger wandered into Maharaja's presence, and he was standing in a humble supplication over there. How timid, tired, an old tiger it was, isn't it? Maharaja took great care and shot the tiger and left the place with great triumph. He thought he has killed 100 tiger. He has completed his tally now. There is no danger now for him. But the bullet did not hit the tiger. Then how the tiger died? The tiger collapsed due to fear. Now the staff killed the tiger and brought it in the grand procession. The Maharaja did not realize that he had killed the tiger. Maharaja's men knew that if they tell Maharajas, then they may lose their job. So they were afraid. So they killed the tiger. Maharaja did not know that he still had one tiger left to be killed. Free from the threat, Maharaja now decided to celebrate his 3-year-old son's birthday and gifted him wooden tiger. He brought wooden tiger which was very poorly carved. While Maharaja was playing with the prince, a tiny splinter of the wooden tiger pierced into his right hand. Infection spread into his whole hand, which later on caused his death. And ironically, we come to know that fateful 100 tiger, though it was a wooden one, was the cause of Maharaja's death. Thus, 100 tiger takes his final revenge upon the tiger.